Hey guys, in this video I'm gonna show you how I learned what I believe is one of the coolest skills on earth. The backflip. I'm not gonna lie, I thought this is gonna be pretty easy for me since already I knew how to do different types of backflips from various heights into the water. So I looked up a 5-minute tutorial on YouTube on how to do a backflip. I went into the park and jumped right into it.
1.
In the first step from the tutorial, I just had to jump straight up and also use my arms to get some extra momentum.
2.
In the next step, I had to jump and also bring up my knees as high as possible.
3.
I skipped the steps number 3 and 4 because it was a back roll and some weird one-arm reverse handstand, which only seemed to be more complicated than the backflip itself.
Please go ahead.
5.
Finally, with all the steps completed as shown in the tutorial, I felt confident enough to give it a shot.
1 hour later.
Or not. The fear of jumping over my head was so big, it took me another hour of mental preparation before I could finally do the jump. After what seemed to be an eternity, I finally managed to do the backflip. Once I did it, I had such a rush of adrenaline, I could do it a few times over without any time in between. However, I never managed to stand on my feet, so I just kept trying, until... At this point, I decided I'm gonna call it a day. Even though I didn't manage the standing backflip, I was happy because I got over my fear and I left the park with a smile.
Day 2.
Now, where I got over the initial fear of trying the backflip, I felt like training is the only way to success, so I went out again and just tried to send it. As you can see, my backflip isn't really straight. That's because I haven't realized I'm always jumping into the direction I look. But after I took a short break and watched my own footage, I was able to correct this mistake. Then I tried it over and over and over and over again. At this point I couldn't see any progress at all, so my mood just became worse with every flip, and in the end I was just super frustrated.
Day 3.
On the third day it was raining, so I decided to go into the climbing gym and try the backflip there. This turned out to be really nice, because with the mattress on the floor I landed softly and my ankles and wrists didn't hurt that much. This was also the first time I felt really close to succeeding. After a short break, I tried it again. It always felt like I'm really close and I didn't want to stop trying, but at some point I became tired again. Over the next few days I kept on training and did what felt like at least a million backflips. After 120 backflips, I managed the first one where I didn't need my hands for the landing, and at this point I knew I'm really close. And finally, I managed. Let me be honest, I was slightly pleased. After 8 days and way over 100 tries, I finally succeeded. I was so happy. But I didn't stop at this point. I had to prove to myself that it wasn't sheer luck, so I had to send it again. Only after that, I could leave the challenge and go home happy.